So in most of the use of HTML in the past, there used to be the I tag for italics and the B tag for bold, and these were frowned upon and removed from XHTML strict in the past. But when HTML5 came in, then these tags were allowed since they were widely used, but then the meaning was changed, and the HTML5 specification redefines the B and I elements to have some semantic function rather than being purely presentational. But the fact is that most people continue to use B for bold and I for italics, and because of these names, people are likely to continue to use them as a quick presentational fix. So here, the right way to do it is to use the M tag and the strong tag rather than the I and the B. So here the M tag means emphasized, and this by default italicizes your text, and the strong tag here stands for strong emphasis, and it defaults to bold. And if you want, you can modify these in CSS. So you can within the style part of your when you assess, and within the style part, here you can specify the rules for your emphasized. So instead of saying that italicizing, you can say that the font style is normal and the background color will be yellow, and that for strong, you're saying rather than defaulting to bold, the color will be red and the font size will be slightly larger, 110%. So let's now look at class selectors, and here you have the H1, the heading 1 class is LIS488, and I say I love it, and then you have your paragraph, and then class is equal to LIS488. I'm no longer afraid of technology or something. So in your CSS, you'll specify this as h1.lis488 color red. So what you're really doing now is that within your here you have your various tags, and then you're specifying elements within them, and you're specifying that for this HTML, for this heading 1, and whenever you see this element specified over here, lis488, and then you should color this as red. So this part should be colored red when you display it. Or you might say that rather than specifying that this rule should only work for heading 1 and not for anything else, you might say that .lis488, this should be colored red no matter whether it appears in body or heading 1 or paragraph or anywhere else. So let us look at some examples. So here you have my 5-year-old's favorite jokes, and over here, and this the answers are given on this side over here, and this is displayed. So when you go in here and you look at the page source, and this is where you see the classes. So this is your CSS part, and it says that for the question, now whenever you see a class defined as question, then the font should be italics, 150% and so on, and left aligned. And whenever you see a class defined here as an answer, so then in this case the font should be right aligned, and it's a different font type. So what is happening is that because of the way this class is specified, here you can see that this class is question again, and this class is question, and class is answer, class is answer. So in the past we saw ID as a way of specifying, where you had a pound sign over here instead of a dot. And whenever you did that, that was a unique ID which could only occur once in your HTML. But when you have a class, it could be repeated multiple times. And that is where you are specifying different rules for the question and for the answer in the way it is displayed. And let's look at one more example. So here if you look at the page source, and this is your CSS part, and it says for the class red, the color is white and the background color is red, and for the class script, then you have your font family is cursive. Okay? So whenever you see a paragraph, here you define as paragraph class is equal to red, then the background color is red and the font color is white over here. And in the second one it says whenever you see a class defined as script, and this uses a script class where the font family is cursive, and this is for the script class. But you can specify more than one class as well. You can say that the class is both red and script, so then the rules for both red and script will be applied over there. Okay, and this is where you have the rules for both. But what if you decide to change the background color here to green instead of red? So then you'll notice that giving a name such as a color as the name of your class is actually not a nice idea. You might want to come up with some other name of defining instead, saying that okay, this class is highlighted or something. You might want to call it dot highlight rather than dot red, so that you can change the color over here without really. I mean, it'll still work. You can have green over here, and you'll, but it's just that every time you define it as red, it'll display as a green background. So it's not very meaningful. So in that case, it's best to avoid color names as your as the names for your classes over here.